Kaipaki School is a rural school on the outskirts of Cambridge in the Waikato, New Zealand. We have 120 students from year 0 through to year 8. As you drive along Kaipaki Road, you will find everything from strawberries, berry farms. We've got orchards that sell apples and plums.
We have cows right by our school, big horses and chickens that sometimes come into our playgrounds.
I am lucky enough to work with a teacher whose name is Erin. We are a teaching team and we teach a year 5 and 6 class, and we jumped at the opportunity to be able to teach the Nestlé Good Food Map. We found it to be a really great fit with our school values. Having a kit which is beautifully curated and links with the New Zealand curriculum, we are extremely grateful for resources like this because they make the learning fun.
My name is Amanda McDermott and I'm the Corporate Brand and Sustainability Manager at Nestlé New Zealand. The Good Food Map is really an awesome example of how you can teach kids to value food, to look at their local community and get out and engage and understand people who are doing good with food in their own backyard.
Students had to identify the different sources of food in our location. We found the ones that we knew about, the ones that students were passing on the bus on the way to school, but we also found a lot of surprises.
I put a sticker on the map for Kaipaki Orchard. They produce plums and apples.
Nanny and Garpy's house. Garpy usually takes me hunting out for deer and bunnies on his farm. The Blueberry Cafe or Hope or Olives, I really never knew that they were a thing.
My own home vegetable garden. I have sweet corn, strawberries, rock melon, watermelon and pumpkin, but the potatoes are looking really good. They've grown about that much.
On Nanny and Garpy's farm, they've got a few beef cows called Yummy, Tasty and Delicious. We have them every year. They eat most parts of the body. We even eat the tongue because Nanny cooks it really good.
This year I raised 5 Frisian bulls. I bought them at 3 days old and I raised them up to 100 kgs. Then I sold them to a farmer. They'll be raised up to 600 kgs and then sold for meat.
Cane strawberries. Their strawberries are really good and really big. Mum goes there a lot.
My area and in town are different because in town there's a lot more processed food to buy.
One of our first activities that we focused on was using Richard Long's model of a circle walking poem. This was a great opportunity for the students to really think about the rich language. For our Grandparents' Day, we collated questions from the dinner memories. We had some great connections being made. It was really awesome for the kids to be able to talk with their grandparents about what meals they didn't love so much.
Fish pie with white sauce, boiled egg and parsley. What's tripe?
Cold corned beef blended with raw onion and tomato.
Oxtail stew. I wouldn't think you would make a stew out of tails.
I'm pretty sure it's the insides of a sheep and onions. My favourite food is probably marinated ribs, mince and cheese pie.
Homemade chicken burgers.
Lasagna, my dad makes really well.
My favourite dinner meals are like sushi and burgers. Their ones are more roasts and meat.
We're so proud to be partnered with School Kit and to have been working together since 2011. The resources that we create together are really linked to our core purpose, which is around whānau ora, whenua ora and kai ora.
We started looking at local community sources of food and started to wonder what food waste innovations are happening.
In Belgium, they gave 2,000 families 3 chickens. They wanted to cut down on food waste. Families fed their chickens food scraps and they also got free eggs.
In Germany, they've somehow managed to make the leftover milk into a 100% natural fabric.
We got some really great responses from local businesses who were happy to share with us what they were doing to minimise food waste. The kids were really excited to hear these responses. It was actually happening out in their community.
Kaipaki dairies think how much milk they're going to sell, and then that's how much they produce. And if there's a driver that goes to a supermarket and he sees milk close to expiry date, he'll take it to cafes and restaurants to use it quicker.
So we wrote to Monavale Blueberries and Cafe Irresistible Blue. We asked them what did they do with the berries that weren't good to be eaten. They replied saying food at the end of the day from the cafe got given to a local pig farmer The berries that weren't good enough to be sold got put in baking, and then the berries that weren't good enough to do that got put into fertiliser for the orchard.
So the next stage in our learning journey was identifying a food waste solution for our school, potentially pickling. We could have made soup, but the class came up with an idea of sharing it with our wider community, so we decided on a pātaka kai as our food waste innovation.
We are really passionate about doing good work and supporting people in our local communities who are also doing that good work.
In class, we started looking at who our local food heroes could be. We have a very special person. His name is John.
John is a really big help at Kaipaki School. He's Jack's granddad. John helps out a lot in the garden. He drives the bus and comes to most of our activities.
He comes into school all the time to teach the students how to care for and garden.
We picked John as our food hero because he passes on his knowledge and helps us grow better as food heroes.
We are giving an award to Irresistible for all the delicious food they make. The blueberry and meat pie, blueberry hamburger.
Blue juice, which they all assure me is the most delicious thing that they've ever tasted. Cafe Irresistible are going to be one of our award winners for inventing the most delicious thing in our community.
The beautiful thing about Good Food Map is that we've been able to create a resource that looks at a beautiful set of goals, but allows teachers to localise the focus on food waste, and on local food production into their own immediate communities. It's been a wonderful thing.